Okay, we're going to look at Wolves at home to Stoke, 3 p.m. kick-off on Saturday afternoon in the Premier League. Start by talking about the home side, Wolves. They're obviously on the receiving end of a 4-1 defeat at Old Trafford last time out, which, as we've mentioned so many times, you can't really read too much into that sort of result. It was a massive result at home to Sunderland just before that. And in that game, Stephen Fletcher scored a couple. I think he might be slightly underrated and sort of not talked about enough given his record, because he's actually scored 16 in 23 starts for Wolves. So he's obviously key for them, and obviously so is their home form.
Yeah, certainly, but just going back to the Manchester United game for a second, I think because they played Chelsea just after their defeat against Bayer Leverkusen, and then obviously they played United after their exit from the Champions League, and each time they showed such little fight, and they looked to have rolled over. Now, you don't expect them to win those games, but you want to see something from those, but they got a battering each time, and they just look a little bit soft, but I mean, with Fletcher on board, maybe they can go further.
So, because McCarthy's made no secret of games like Manchester United away not being as important, hasn't he? So maybe that is the case, and they're now ready for Stoke at home.
But I mean, he's the manager, I'm not. I don't know if you noticed that, but but that just seems a very strange approach to me.
Okay, they're playing Stoke City at home this weekend. It's a brilliant time to be a Stoke fan again. I mean, up to 8th in the Premier League. They beat Spurs at the weekend, ending that unbeaten run. The Europa League, they've progressed already. But they've only scored 4 goals on the road, so obviously their away form, maybe they need to pick up a little bit in terms of their attacking threat, but Stoke, they're flying again.
Well, yeah, I mean, against Tottenham, the Britannia Stadium, the atmosphere just sounded incredible. It sounded so intimidating, and you can see why maybe their away form is not as good as home form, because the Britannia Stadium just sounds like an absolute fortress when they're Stoke are on form. And as you say, they'd like to get more points on the road, but now they've overcome their sort of post-European hangover, then they do appear to be kicking on quite nicely.
Okay, so we'll go for a prediction. Wolves at home to Stoke. I don't like predicting 0-0s, but I think that's what this one's going to be. Obviously, we mentioned Stoke struggled a little bit for goals on the road, so I think it's going to be a score draw. Oh, sorry, a 0-0 draw.
I think Stoke will edge it. I think they're on a bit of a high at the moment, especially after the Spurs game, so I'll go 1-0.